got around to talking about who should be in the Hall of Fame this year, I had learned a little bit about Jean Cione, and I made the suggestion that she deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. She was the best of the Rockford players in the AAGBBL, or the All-American League. I thought she never actually played for Rockford Public Schools, and that's not true. She actually played on the boys baseball team at Rock River Elementary, and she got a letter. So she was the first girl to ever get a letter from Rockford Public Schools. That's actually one of her most treasured possessions. When she was a junior, after her junior year in high school, she tried out for the All-American League, and she made it. So, while most people are trying to figure out what they want to do with their life, she was a professional baseball player her senior year in high school. She didn't go to her high school graduation. That's a big deal for most of us, but that was spring training. So she finished her finals and hopped on a train and headed off to play baseball.
They opened the doors for women in every aspect of the sporting world. And by Jean being involved with the All-American Girls League, it helped fuel the movement of women in all the sports nowadays.
Her time in the league, she was an all-star in 1952. 3 times she almost won 20 games. She had 86 stolen bases. She was an outfielder when she wasn't pitching. I think she had 3 no-hitters, and she also had unassisted triple play. And I think there's been less than 20 of those in the major leagues in history.
The Rockford Peaches name carries so much weight in Rockford, in this world. They left a tremendous legacy to stop the stereotyping of baseball as just for men. Jean was part of that legacy, along with the 600 and some odd women that played in that league over the course of the 12 years.
She was picked, I think, in '49 for a traveling all-star team. She was a left-handed pitcher. Her time in the outfield, I think she had 247 RBIs. I mean, she was an all-star both as a pitcher and as an outfielder. But back in the All-American League, they had very short rosters, and so if you were a pitcher, you commonly also had to play another position. And Jean was one of the very best at doing that. When she would come home, it was like homecoming, right? Jean's back in town. Jean would also organize pickup baseball games, just in the neighborhood. So she'd be in town for a week to play, but she'd be outside getting all the kids in the neighborhood, playing different kinds of baseball games. Well, Jean is kind of the representation of all the probably great female athletes that went through Rockford that didn't get a chance to play. They didn't start sports until the 70s. If it wasn't for the All-American League, Jean wouldn't have had an outlet to play. Jean was one of the rare ones who did, and she built a whole career around it. And again, she was the best Rockford-born player to play in that league. So I think she's a well-deserving inductee into the RPS Hall of Fame.
Rockford is my town. I was born and raised and went to school here and played ball here in 1945. I was here for an event some years ago and was asked how it felt to come back here and play against the Rockford Peaches, being a Rockford girl. And I didn't even have to think about it. You always want to beat the best, and I was playing against the best. We would have played for nothing, and if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't have gotten to play for anything. Thank you very much, and it's wonderful to be back in Rockford.